Hello everyone, this is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I want to thank you all for joining me on the 24th episode of my long-form Let's Play of The Outer Worlds. Now, if you're new to the series, I am doing what you would call a bad ending playthrough of the game, with a dumb, rude corporate shill of a man named Bob, who is likely going to betray all the good folks of Halcyon. If this is your first time with the series, thank you so much for joining. You can find a link to the playlist in the description down below. Otherwise, sit back and relax. In our previous episode, we began our trek deeper into the wilds of Monarch, finding ourselves eventually at the home of the Iconoclasts. This faction seems to be run by the other executive type who got a lower than desirable evaluation, similar to Sanjar. We've offered to help them clean up a few work orders, convince the 42-year-old little boy to head home and confront his mother, and are slowly working to ingrain ourselves into this new faction, so as to better betray them later. Sounds familiar at all? To date, we finish up our busy work inside the Iconoclast Sanctum, and then head back out to go visit a Starlight stronghold. But, with that all said, try to remind yourself that Stogie Slims are absolutely guaranteed by the corporation to only sometimes cause fatal cancers. And let's cue the intro.
All I need is me, myself, and I. Sometimes I wish I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I go my own way. Don't care what you say.
Alright, and welcome back. So we were in the process of kind of going around meeting people and doing various tasks. I don't know how far we got in here, so let's just go ahead and again just kind of meet with everybody. Okay, so we had gone here. We got the mission from him. Did we meet anybody in here? I don't offhand recall. I'm sorry about the slowing. Something seems to be... Make sure it's not anything else running that shouldn't be. Okay, let's turn you off. Bear with me, you're just turning a couple extra things off in the background that might be taking a little bit of memory that was causing the lag there. Okay, so... Alright, so I think we've got everything over here. So next we've got a couple... That's outside. We're not going outside yet. We've got up here. What are you? Raptidon. Interesting. Okay. That would be... Okay, that's not working. Oh, jeez, okay. Is there another way to get over there? That's not working. Come on, let me up. Let's go back over there. I apparently messed that jump up a little bit. Let's try this again. There's got to be a way over there. Will this let me go through, or am I gonna... There we go. There we go. Gotcha.
Okay.
Hahaha. Belongs to me now. Alright, so who do we got here? Okay, so you're
It
just...
ain't right. How many
many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a manticore.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No, all I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
Okay.
There's the spleen. Get good at this.
Alright. Nothing special over here. So let's see what we got. You folks are all asleep. So you're not going to see me do that. Or that. Nor will you, poor person. What do we got here? Ezekiel, manti infested, tried, antibioticals, no effect. Alcohol poisoning, no effect. Acid drip, no effect. Current status no longer with us. Ronnie, fractured ankle, left. Current status, splinted, reset, recovering. Ivers, multiple bullet wounds, chest, arm, right, leg, right. Current status, no longer bleeding out, but a couple shells will still remain. Recovery unlikely. Milson, acid burns, face, hand, left, arm, left. Current status, ointments, gauze, a lot of booze. So they're kind of just doing what they can to keep these folks out of pain. Poor things. So it tells me aren't in a great place when it comes to medicine. So here, let me just steal that right from underneath you. Hey, but what do we got over here? Anything? Nope. Okay. How about behind? Always check behind the buildings. Never know what you're gonna find. Like right there. Don't remember seeing it upstairs. Or even a path up there, but yeah. No one's here to stop me. Mine now. Ah. No, I don't want to sleep. Huh. So talking about supernova difficulty, which we are definitely not playing in. I think in that difficulty you are required to sleep regularly. And you can only sleep in your own bed on your ship. Okay, so it's time to go in here and talk to the boss. No one can see me. Okay. Boss was here, wasn't he? Soren. Or maybe not. Who are you? Iconoclast. You're just a regular person. And you're just a regular person. Well, none of it tied down, but also none of it not out of sight. Ooh, here we go. Back door. And a way out. Okay. Ah, that's the way I came, derp. I got turned around. What can I say?
Romantic.
Yeah, we felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Vanoys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... Ah, let's talk later. It seems we have company.
There you go, Zora and Graham.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
I'm told you're out of pamphlets. That's a shame.
Ah, yes. The first step to accepting the truths of philosophism is to open your heart to its wisdom. I've found the written word to be quite effective in helping people do that. But alas, the eternal truth hasn't been generous with the paper and ink. Now, why have you come?
I'm just looking for ways to help the people here. Anything need doing?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
A printing press on Monarch?
Oh, yes. Many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck. Will you aid us in our cause?
Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Huxley, the runner from the Northern Ruins? I helped her get out here.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so tone-deaf.
Where is the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
Alright, I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Alright, anything else you want to talk to me about, Graham?
Greetings, friend.
I have some questions for you.
All right.
Tell me about the Iconoclasts.
The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment.
Ugh.
Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles.
But it'd be dangerous to let anarchy run rampant.
This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing the colony. Ours will not.
I've heard people mention an Amber Heights massacre. What happened?
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
Sore topic, huh?
It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but today is not that day.
I want to know more about your teachings.
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know? The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI, just like the overlords before him.
Do you need to be asleep to have an awakening?
You know, you aren't the first to make that joke.
I hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it?
Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
Even OSI? Are their members similarly divine?
Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
Like when I get lost, so I draw myself a map.
I'm troubled by how well you two get each other.
You are uncannily observant. All right. Why have you come?
Time to go. Bye-bye. Okay, so... can't loot anything from here. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe from here? Let's see, am I... Welcome to Graham Bryant's personal conglomeration of notes, theories, and findings regarding the philosophism and how it informs our lives. I have organized into 3 categories: the Iconoclasts, the Halcyon Colony, and the Universe. Files in the Halcyon Colony. The Board's lies. The Board vastly overestimates their authority and grasp on power. Without the Earth Directorate's military might, to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestioningly. Their lies become more and more transparent as the years pass and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonist to see. The oppression must end. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying philosophist texts. Not teaching, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structure. Is this what we want? Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No. Their workers' minds are poisoned, their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can stand no longer. We must tear this entire regime down. The dangers of a corporate society. I hope to someday publish a greater work, in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me, that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now I can only collect my scattered thoughts into this barely functional machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder. A measured, quantifiable way with which to judge oneself against one's peers. It provided motivation, meaning. Yet my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familial unit. The corporations claim that they are that familial unit, but they treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table, and if they are so kind as to drop one, we praise the ground they tread on, while they usher us into kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractually obligated familial units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than the employers seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of obligation to our executives who demand a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like those executives, until the day we die and are processed, burned, and filed away, as another tick on a human resources paperwork. We have built ourselves into a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in so doing, have abandoned all the warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. Sanjar and the betrayal of his truth. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporations, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now I'm not so sure. Recently I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I had hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy. Should the day come when the mantle of our spirits clash against one another, metal of our spirits, clash against one another, that empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay celebrates, the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. Files on the Iconoclasts. Personal thoughts regarding Zora. For someone who is so committed to the Iconoclast way, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressors sways her decisions, more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment, a much more powerful power than any pang of an empty gut. Teaching notes. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Failbrook stopped through on the way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlet, he asked me how we can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantisworm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time. Thus we wear the masks until we are safe to breathe. Until the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable, and though they may stifle our spirit just as the masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. Shifting priorities. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets. I am happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute this reading material. I wonder if that old printing press might be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as editor in a publication, only this time of my own control, and not stifled by the rules and regulations of style guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a comma. I'll put them where they belong, as decreed by the eternal truth. Files on the universe. Influence drift. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she'd like nothing more than a pet canid. I confess to know very little about animal behavior, as I am much more concerned with the animal that is mankind, but I stressed that I don't think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later Zora reported the strangest thing. Stories of a marauder with a canid follower. I don't know if it has been cited here or on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and her reckless wild imagination. I wondered if she had told other people, and if word had spread of the possibility, until it wriggled its way into the mind of marauders somewhere. Ideas are insidious. If even a marauder, mindless husk that is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony, poisoned as they are against the eternal truth. If we can shout so loudly that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I am confident it will spread to the rest of the cosmos. The suppression of the truth. It is very difficult to face the eternal truth, that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of the cosmic consciousness, can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. The urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth simply by existing. Mankind has not shed the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve, we overcome our urges for the better of our species. Someday, our minds will be born more open to this idea. Until then, I must not abandon hope. There we go.
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
I still ain't sure about this, but go on.
Okay, so he saw me. A little bit of a dip. Oh well. Since I'm probably going to end up in a shootout with him at the very end, I'm not too worried. I just don't want to be persona non grata until then. Alright, so she said she was going to be over here. Let's see if she has anything to say.
Sorry about earlier. Graham and I don't always see eye to eye. Besides, we just got our asses kicked in the ruins. Not a great time to yammer on about his printing press.
Do you always talk to your leader like that?
When he's being an idiot, sure.
Does seem wasteful to buy press parts rather than food.
Hey, you got some decency in you. Careful. That's rare around these parts, and folks are liable to try and take advantage of it.
You run the triage clinic here?
Yeah. Name's Zora. I've been patching up the Iconoclasts since day one. Whenever Graham's lack of foresight gets someone hurt, I get them back on their feet. If I can.
After meeting that guy, I'm amazed anyone around here still has 4 functioning limbs.
Don't get me wrong. He's got an uncanny ability to harden folks' spirits. And we need that around here.
Do people around here get injured that often?
You joking? It's Monarch. Can't set foot outside without being attacked by a beast or a marauder.
What happened in the ruins?
A Mantiqueen showed up out of nowhere. And I guess the gunfire attracted Raptidons. It was a damn bloodbath.
You found a queen that far north? Wish I'd been there.
You and me both, Nyoka. We could have used the help. Listen, unless this is urgent, I need to oversee the wounded.
Talking to me is always urgent.
You'll have to excuse the captain's insufferable spirit.
Huh. Men dying, talking to a stranger. Men dying, talking to a stranger. Yeah. Stop by later, Mr. Urgency, when I don't have my hands full. What? I'm sorry. Long day.
Okay, so. Okay, so we had odd jobs left. Restore the guardhouse communications. Well, it's supposed to be around here somewhere. Well, that's right. That was the one last bit that was outside. Let's actually take a look at the regional map. Where are we? We're at Amber Heights. Okay. Sure, why not? This is a waiting song. Wait. There we go. All right. Nice breaker there. Gotcha. Oh, I can sell some stuff too. Make sure nobody here to attack me. Okay, so we finished our odd jobs. Since I'm here again, might as well see if there's... Nothing should have respawned. Okay. But we can sell stuff. Okay. Here we go. So what do we... Okay, we're going to hold on to you because you've got everything. We're going to go ahead and sell you. We'll sell you. You. Definitely you. You. And you. Okay. And... Hold on to the hat, though. Okay, all this medical stuff that we don't need. Oot. Alright. It's Spacer's choice. Okay, let's go back. And we'll turn in odd jobs and look at look back at our tasks. So, yes, it was him who wanted me to do odd jobs.
What are you buying?
Hey, I fixed all your stuff.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn. Hey, thanks again for helping out.
Okay, don't need to buy anything from him right now, so let's go back and see our next task. Mr. Pickett's biggest game. Sebastian sent Mr. Pickett to the wilderness southwest of Stellar Bay to find a manta queen. Search the area for signs of Mr. Pickett. Let's see, where is that gonna take me? That's over here. Okay, how about all house in a day? That's going after that's going back to Byzantium, that's right. Empty man, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's gonna be here, so it's on my way. Same with Don't Bite the Sun, it's all the way over here. Low Crusade, that's fair there. That's all the way out there. Commuter, okay, that's get high capacity cartridges or extra supplies from Carlotta. Bayside Terrace. Okay, so we're going back there. Okay, everything else is pretty much in Falbrook. That should be way out there, yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Ah, crazy town.
Okie doke. Let's see if we can remember how to get back in there. Is it up this path? I don't think we can get through here. Yeah, it's sealed. So I'd assume it's up the path. Hello, earrings. Hello, sword.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off.
What's going on here?
We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you?
Why are you out here fixing a generator in the middle of nowhere?
Why are you asking me questions instead of sucking sulfur? Get out of here.
I need to get inside.
And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now?
You're here for Carlotta. I get it. I'll offer, you get paid, we all go home with a win.
Hell, I ain't gonna pass up free bits. Make it painful.
Keep walking, Rungleach.
Keep talking. Yeah. Warning, unauthorized use of equipment may result in injury, death, or unemployment. Continue. Reactor status unstable. Corrosive gas levels, critical. Gas vents closed. Recommended open gas vents. Can't hack it, so... Okay.
You make it look so easy.
Quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello?
Do you have a moment to talk about our salvation through the Order of Scientific Inquiry?
You can't be serious. Who are you anyway?
I'm Bob. Graham sent me to collect supplies.
Oh, finally. Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run.
Why did Sanjar ban you from working with the Iconoclasts?
You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested.
Why haven't you been helping Graham?
It's an enviable thing he's doing. Free people and all that. I can't live that way. I need my structure. But I respect the Iconoclasts for doing it.
Where will they get their supplies now?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered?
I went with Zora last time, so Graham's looking for some high-capacity data cartridges.
Yeah, I've got a few. I'll send them along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
Yep. Told them my offer. Of course I'm gonna go then. Yeah, I'll let them live. Excuse me. Yeah, nothing important there. Go ahead and sell off the junk. There we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Are you still there, or did you walk off altogether? Hey, you guys just took off. Zora's not going to like it. But like I said, I went with Zora last time, so I'm going to go with Graham this time. Still likely going to wipe out the Iconoclasts or leave them to ruin, but... It looks like they just completely up and left. Let's see what Graham has to say.
Sorry about your folks, Ellie.
I'm just sorry I forgot to search the liquor cabinet before we left.
I know that's a joke, but be careful. I lost someone once. After I buried him, I raided his Rizzo stash for a bit of comfort. And I ain't stopped drinking since.
Hey, who says that's a bad thing?
Zora's gonna be pissed. Huh, she's upstairs and angry about it.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
I got your rollers, and she had those cartridges after all.
Damn it. I was hoping you'd have more sense than our venerable leader here. I get the message is important, but so's eating. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
I don't know what you did to piss him off, but Sanchar isn't selling to you anymore.
The board must have gotten a hold of him at last. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
What's next?
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They weren't willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
You're lucky they don't have airlocks on Monarch, or someone would have helped you into one by now.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
Sorry about that, folks. Not expecting phone calls this time of day. Anyway, so you could have sent them after backing Zora up, right?
Yes, you're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, if the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
Folks, I'm going to have to pause for just a moment here. I do apologize. I'll be right back. Alright, thank you again for your patience, folks. Wasn't expecting a call today like I mentioned, and that one was actually not a scammer. Usually I have my phaser set to stun, but apparently forgot that this morning. Again, my apologies. It's now set to vibrate, so at best you'll hear a buzz if anybody else gives me a call. Anyways, let's go ahead and leave this conversation. I'll do everything I can. Ooh, hey! We leveled up. And of course, I'm forgetting again what we chose. It was leadership, and I wanted to... Or was it leadership or intimidation? Leadership. We're going to do 1 point to leadership, and we're going to dump the rest in intimidation. There we go. Applied. Accept. Don't have any special skills, but Ellie and Ioka do. So... Huh. Having her come back after downing? Heck yes, please. Okay, we'll definitely take that. Alright, and she's gonna be mad at me.
Hey.
Greetings, friend.
Questions?
Alright.
Never mind.
Why have you...
Bye. Okay, so next things. Okay, where is the printing press? All the way over there. Oof. Alright, so do we want to go to the printing press then, or did we want to continue on to the Starlight Refuge over in over here in Freeport? You know what? Let's go back to Stellar Bay. Let's go check out Dude's mom. see how things are going with Mommy Dearest. And we'll go from there. I'm sure it went really well. That she was totally understanding, and he was able to convince her to let him live his life. Absolutely, positively certain that that's how this turned out. Oh, Tucker, you're looking all clean now.
Captain.
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tuck Tuck.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
You mentioned a reward for bringing Tucker home?
I did, didn't I? Suppose I can't expect you to just be content at a good deed done. No? Well, all right. Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuck Tuck home safe again. My boy says he'll only stay a few days before returning to Amber Heights. Can't you speak to him for me?
Don't worry about me, Captain. Mama and I'll work this out.
Actually, let's go talk to Sanjar, see how he's doing. Okay.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
So, you used to work with Graham. Why not mention that earlier?
Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance.
No sense in being coy about it. We're partners now, aren't we?
I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely. What can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep... What can I do for...
Okay.
As you were.
Okay, so that's all we had. Alright, let's go ahead and... want to go to the other entrance. Let's check out this printing press. I'll be quite surprised if the Raptidon 7.
Huh?
Oh, Roderson.
That does it. Time for a drink?
So, no Raptidons, Marauders this time. Well, hi there, other Marauder that I didn't see before. Where are you? Aha!
Sorry, Captain, I can't. Here we go!
There. And your leg came down here so I can loot your corpse. That works. That makes logical sense. Oh, then we got more.
Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you. Or both. To shreds, you say?
Yep, we are alive. Glad you noticed, Nayoka. Ah, there we go. There's our ash pile. Empty ash pile. Oh well. Slimming Marauder is not giving me the loot I deserve.
Make him regret it.
Oh. You didn't last long at all there, buddy. Alright, let's see what's inside. Guys got any goodies for me? Have I been in here? Probably have. Oh yeah, here's where the executive reviews are. I'm still not deleting them. Just because it doesn't seem right if I'm a shill. Thank you for restocking all your little haunts for me, guys. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Not all of them, apparently. Jeez. Oh, you slackers. That is unacceptable. Well, hello, you.
Here we go, like two professionals.
Did you not notice me? You aren't very observant, guys. Oh, it's an iconoclast. Oh, so you killed an iconoclast. Now see, I don't feel bad at all about killing you guys. Not at all. Okay, there was a door that hadn't been opened over here. That's right. I mean, it probably has before, but... Well, maybe not. Did I completely skip this the first time around? It's not like I've left planet for it to renew. Mall spaceship. Yeah, apparently I just never came in here. Interesting. Let's check on repairs. Gotta do repairs on a regular basis, because otherwise your damage and armor actually decrease. Let's see. Tinker. We're good for now. We're about tinkering when we go back to the ship. Alright, we'll go ahead and climb up the hill here. See what we're dealing with. Oh. Doing okay health-wise, okay. Oh! There you go. Hi. Mauled too many times by canids, you get the jitters every time one of them is attacking, making you less effective. Sure, why not? Okay. No, it's probably gonna be that one. Yep, we'll do with that. We'll go with that. Actually, I'm kind of interested in which effects are actually impacting me now. So, summary. Okay, is it not in here? Details? Flaws. Pithecophobia. Primals. Okay, primal fear. Plasma weakness. And cynophobia. Okay. Reputation. How am I doing here? Friendly, neutral, agreeable, neutral. Revering. Spacer's Choice loves me. Okay, and actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we're coming close to that point where I should be ending things. I heard a cough. Okay, that's who I'm supposed to be meeting up with. Yep, Van Noy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pause it here. And I'm going to take a moment to go ahead and end this episode. As always, if you like what I'm doing here, please do me a favor. Make sure to like or dislike the video. Click the subscribe button. And then ring the bell for notifications so you know whenever a new video comes up. If you find that notifications aren't coming through YouTube, I do send notices about all my video uploads via my Twitter, @BiscuitEaterYT. Now, as always, I do appreciate you coming along on this journey with me, and I hope that this is as much fun for you as it is for me. But, until we meet again, let's get out of range of the coughing, because that was annoying the snot out of me. And game on, lovelies.